Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning. This is Gerard Moultrie coming to you live right here from Fab News. And I have a guest with me today in the studio. Many of you know him as Ghost The Repo Man. Many of you know him as the man that give away gas. Many of you know him as the comedian who's pranking everyone. But I'm going to bring him on stage with me today, and we're just going to chop it up a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit about my friend, my brother, Ghost The Repo Man. So I'm going to bring him on. I'm going to bring him on. Here he is, the man himself that everybody know, Mr. Ghost The Repo Man. As I said, if you see him in the street, you'll probably see him somewhere in the street. And most of the time, if you see him, you see him out at a gas station. He's giving away some gas. You see the line behind me. All you see him, he's a repo man. He's out repoing a car. Or you might just see him show up in your city giving away some money, like he's giving to this young lady right here. So I don't know, but I'm just glad to have Mr. Ghost the Repo Man himself. I'm going to give you the flow. Ghost the Repo Man. Man, thank you for joining us here at Fab News, man. Just tell us what you got going on, man. You ain't pranking nobody this morning?
Not yet, but I got a few in the plans. How you doing, my brother?
I'm all right, man. So just tell me, Ghost, man, I know you're a busy man, man. I see you doing all kinds of things. Give my audience, man, just a backdrop of Ghost the Repo Man. Let's start out. I know you repo cars, but man, I've seen you in about every city giving away gas, and not just gas, man, thousands of dollars of gas that you give away. So let's just start out. Let's talk about giving away gas. Well, I mean, how was that? Tell me, how did you come about that idea of giving away the gas?
Well, I know, and everybody going through hard financial struggles right now because of inflation, because of gas prices and food prices. So one thing I wanted to do was to help somebody get to the next stop. And so I said, you know what, I'm gonna do a gas giveaway. And believe me, everybody thought I was crazy to do it. They said you won't be able to buy enough gas. I said, well, I don't have to fill up everybody, but if I can fill up 20 to 30, maybe even 40 tanks, then that's 20, 30, 40 people that I help get to the next level. So, I'm just hoping that people seeing my generosity, my kind heart, and that other people join me and say, hey, instead of doing 40, let's do 80 tanks. Let's, instead of doing 2 cities today, let's do 4 cities today, so we're just trying to help people to the next level.
Okay. So I understand, man, that I see you, man. So you went from giving away gas. I see you now, man. You're coming up with the TV show. So tell us about this TV show, man. This just help the viewers understand what is this TV show gonna be all about?
The TV show it's about comedy, trying to get somebody to smile, showing them a different light. Some people going through hard and unrest times right now. So if I can get on live or TV and on the podcast and put a smile on somebody's face, that's my main goal, is to help somebody smile. That's why all the giveaways came in place, just to see people smile, because right now we're going through a tough time. And if I can be the cause of one more person smiling, I'll do it every time.
Okay. So I see the shows you pranking people, man. How did you come up with that idea, man, to call and just prank people, man? I see you getting them. So let's talk about the pranking calls.
Well, the prank calls really just started from what I already do to people. I'm known for my family and friends as the life of the party, the prankster, always getting somebody, pranking them out, for years. My brother and my sister who grew up with me, I always prank them, my mom, my dad. So, it just overflowed from my college years, pranking my roommates and dorm mates. So, all through the years, pranking coworkers. So I just said, you know what, I just want to show people a different side of me, because, some people, they don't understand that we got different sides. We got a funny side, we got a calm side, we got a humorous side. So I just wanted people to see what I do daily on my humorous side and on my job.
Okay. So I understand the prank part. Most people on here, I'm about to tell y'all something that's going to really, really blow y'all mind about Ghost that most of y'all don't even know. Ghost is a pastor in Columbia, South Carolina. And I
Yep.
think what you do, Ghost, is you show that there can be a diverse side of ministry. You could
Right.
have fun in ministry.
Right.
Most people know I'm a pastor as well, and I don't really understand Ghost. So we're gonna just talk about the life of a pastor and still having fun. Because I see a whole lot of pastors, man. Man, they
Right.
look like they suck on a lemon all the time. They're
Yeah.
so serious, they never get to laugh. I mean,
Right.
uh, it's just crazy, man. I mean, they're so saved. If you talk
Right.
about the sun, they start talking about, yeah, God made the sun. If you
Right.
talk about the
Right.
car, yeah,
Right.
God rode on a donkey. So they don't
Right.
really know how to balance their life in
They
terms
don't.
of when to be a minister, but when to have fun. So
Right.
let's talk about just ministry, man, because I know the gas giveaway, the pranking, all of that is ministry, believe it or not.
Hmm.
Let's just talk
Right.
about your church, man, that's there in Columbia, South Carolina.
Okay, I've been pastoring at Christ Fellowship International, coming up on 9 years, and you're absolutely right. Most people don't know that pastors could have a funny side, could have a lifestyle. I was never the type of pastor who was portrayed to be better than others. No, we all in this together, and so me being myself was what I wanted to do in pastoring. I didn't want to pretend to be somebody else. I love TD Jakes, but I don't want to pretend to be TD Jakes. I just want to be myself. So just being Terrell Anderson first is what led me to be Ghost The Repo Man, to be Pastor Anderson. And I just want people to know, even in ministry, even as a role in your local church, you still got to be you first.
Correct. And I think that's the thing, man. I want to just stay right there for a moment, man, because a lot of times I don't hang out with a lot of quote unquote religious people, man, because
Hmm.
listen, man, I don't want to talk about the Bible all the time. And
Right,
I'm a pastor, man, but
right,
but I have a daughter, I have family, so I have to be able to balance my life. I know
right,
some brothers, man. I remember give you this scenario, man, and it's gonna be funny. But about 3 weeks ago, man, I went out to eat with a group of pastors, and one of the pastors was supposed to bless the food. Man, he had a whole sermon. I started eating because I mean, listen, man, we had a conference. We got 30 minutes to eat. And man,
right,
the whole sermon while you blessing the food. When he finished, listen, when he finished praying, my food was about gone, and I was getting ready to go back to the buffet for another plate. So people
right.
they don't know how to balance their life, man.
No,
Um,
they don't.
I want to just talk about that, man. Just kind of stay right there on the vein of that, man. And so, how hard is it? Because I know, you being a jokester, man, you like to have fun, you like to
Right.
laugh. You know what I'm saying? So, how do you balance that, man, when you get in the pulpit? How do you keep it serious in the pulpit, man, and not become a comedian in the pulpit, man, versus, because you're comedian all day long. So,
Right.
how do you balance that off?
And you know what? I'm funny in the pulpit too. I make jokes and I do, I give views on biblical on topics, biblical views, and I make fun of biblical views too, because people gravitate and they grasp onto things that they like, that they smile about. See, what happened is we have put the church into a box, and most people think rather than a relationship with God, it's a cult. But church is not a cult. Church is still a relationship. You know, everybody have their own views, and none of us are perfect. It doesn't matter how long you pray. It doesn't matter what you wear. It doesn't matter how the size of your church, whether you're non-denomination or denomination. Listen, it doesn't matter about that. Church is still a relationship with God. And in biblical views, it has shown that David committed adultery and murder. Paul was a Christian slayer. God still used them. David is what they call the father of Jesus. Paul wrote most of the books in the New Testament. So just because you made a mistake or fell short or fall, it doesn't mean God can't use you in the aspect of your life with a relationship with Him. You know, I make fun of a lot of things, but with my relationship with God, I take that serious, and it doesn't mean I don't joke along the way. Oh, I joke everywhere I go.
Okay. I want to clear something up here. I really want to clear something up because you hear so many rumors. And
Mhm.
here I am. I'm a guy, man. I'm in media. So, everybody call me, with a whole bunch of rumors and a whole bunch of crazy stuff. But I want to
Right.
clear something up today for the
Okay.
viewers and those who are looking. So I
Hmm.
understand, I see you give away cars and you give away money. And
Right.
somebody said to me one day, hey man, go steal cars from all sides of the road and, and give away the cars. So what I want to clear up is I want to share because I think the other side is most people don't understand that you own a business.
Right. I do.
PRS, which is
Right.
here on the screen. And
Right.
in the business, this is just one of the cars that they just happen to be highlighting. But as you can see from the other side of this thing, man, you could actually see that not only is he the owner of this business, but there are several cars you can see here on the car lot at his
Right.
business here that he actually sells. So I want to just clear this thing up, man, and help the viewers and the listeners understand, about your business side. You sell cars. So there's
Yeah.
no steal cars if you
Right.
sell cars. So
And
help us understand, clear the atmosphere.
I a few months ago, I raffled a car off $25, and a lady in Lake City, she won the raffle. Her name was pulled, and so when I delivered the car, I gave her the title and the bill of sale. I gave her everything she needed to go to the DMV. So I guess when she went to the DMV, they gave her what is called a Form 400 for her to fill out for her to get the vehicle registered in her name. And because she didn't know how to fill it out, it was portrayed that the car was stolen. And I asked a simple question. I said, well, how could the car be stolen when you got the title in your hand to show that it is owned by you, it's signed over to you? And it was this big thing on social media of how I stole cars and sold repo cars. Listen, cars that are repossessed goes back to the lien holder, to the bank. They don't allow me to have cars. They pay me for my job. They pay me for repossessing the car, and the car is delivered to them. They are the title holder to the car. Now I do have my own cars, my own dealership, and I sell cars, but the, there's an old saying says the good guy finished last. Well, that's what happened in this situation. You know, being kind-hearted, being nice, and doing stuff to bring communities together and helping a family out, it got turned bad because people assumed, was misled, misunderstood that I sold stolen cars or gave away a stolen car, but it can't be stolen with the title. Then they went on to say, well, Florence County is involved now. And I said, well, Florence County won't be involved long when they find out, well, hold on, how is it stolen if you have the title in your hand? It can't be stolen. So, trying to be helpful, trying to be good. Sometimes it backfires on you, and it makes you want to say, man, you know what? That's why we can't get help. But I have the heart to say, no, I just got to show people that not everything is too good to be true. You got good-hearted people that will help and that do help, but you got to understand you can't beat and abuse the help.
Gotcha. So I just wanted to kind of, clear that up because, people, they call with crazy stories because
Mm-hmm.
it's just the life of people, man. And so I want to clear that story situation up and not only clear it up, I want to show a picture
Yeah,
of Ghost The Repo man here. And as you can see in the background, that is South Carolina DMV. Well, he not only gave the car away, but took time to go back to Lake City, South Carolina, and help the young lady get the car away.
yeah,
Sometimes people got to understand, man, we miss out because a lot of times we help out. As you can see, I'm reminded, and I'm going to go back to this, Ghost. I remember we went down to North Carolina in my church hometown to give away some gas. And we're
right.
giving away gas, and
Uh-huh.
here's a lady pull up on the scene with a church van trying to
Yeah,
pull up with gas, and we said no commercial vehicles, and she got mad with us,
right,
because I know it would have took, $400-$500 to fill up this gas. Now I gotta say this: Ghost the Repo man is a better man than me because I seen him fill up church vans. When I gave the gas giveaway, I said, no, we're not doing this. The church
right,
should be coming to give me some money to help fill up the gas. But they said the church van pulled through like, yeah, we gonna fill our gas up. And the lady driving the church van cuss us out.
right, right.
The
Exactly.
sanctified lady on the sanctified church van cuss us out because we wouldn't give her no sanctified gas. But I asked her one question: where's your pastor at?
Right,
We're not even from North Carolina.
right.
All of us, the whole crew came all the way from South Carolina.
Uh-huh. Yep.
In the North Carolina, drove at least 1 hour to come give away gas, and they were nasty to us because we didn't fill
Right,
the church. So I
right.
wanted to just clear that up, man. And I want to talk. The other thing is, I understand, man, that you coming out with this show, man. Um,
Yes.
when is this show, man? Y'all can see him, man. He in the office. He getting it right. So when is
Yeah.
this show gonna start to air, man? Tell us, man, so we can tune our channel and how we're gonna be able to see you.
We're gonna air the first Friday in December is gonna be our first airing. And what we're doing is we're gonna um broadcast local talent, South Carolina talent. And even if you're, in other states, but we're really focusing on South Carolina talent because we have a lot of people here in South Carolina that believe they can't get a record deal unless they go to Georgia or unless they go to California or New York. But we're going to start a brand where we're going to bring the local talent and promote the local talent here in South Carolina. We're going to bring it to the capital city, which is Columbia. And we're going to just, allow people, it doesn't have to be just gospel. It could be blues. It could be rap. It could be whatever your talent is. So, even though I'm a pastor, I'm not being cornered into a box and say, oh, this is only for gospel. Oh, this is only for this type. No, everybody who has a talent, you can sing, you can rap. We want to showcase your talent. We want to get behind you and say, hey, this person right here is a light in the community. If not a light now, can be a light soon. We just want to help move somebody to the next level.
So I want to tell you this, man. And I tell my people this, man. You hit on something. I think a lot of times, man, we put God in a box that God don't even put himself in.
Right,
And we
right,
limit God,
right.
and so the scripture says, what you do to the least of them, you done also unto me. So even the
Yes,
guy who's unsaved is the
right,
least of them. And
right.
people don't really understand this thing. In order to be In order to gain a soul, you must be wise as a serpent, but yet harmless as a dove. And ministry
Mm-hmm.
is ministry. There is no
Right.
set standard of how you do ministry, whether you're giving away gas, or whether you're
Mm-hmm.
sitting on the choir, or whether
Right.
you're going to witnessing, man. It's
Right.
ministry. And so
Ministry.
even what you're doing, man, that is ministry because you're going to help develop somebody gift who
Mm-hmm.
does not have the opportunity, which makes me think about the scripture where he says, who lights a candle and put it under the bed?
Right.
There's,
Exactly.
there's some candles that's never going to get the opportunity, man, to shed light in darkness unless you create the platform for it.
Right.
And this is one of the reasons people don't understand. This is why I created Fab News. To be
Right.
able to, I don't want the negative news, man. Let me talk
Right.
about all the positive things that's happening in the city and around the community that nobody wants to talk about. Nobody wants to give a highlight. Nobody wants to share. And I commend you, man, for having an open heart, man. I told somebody this yesterday, man. King George is coming over to he's coming to Columbia. I mean, he's coming to Florence in a
Right.
few weeks. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of saved people in the room, including
Right.
I'm going to be
Right.
there.
Right.
I ain't drinking, man. I mean, when I get on my Harley, I don't ride down the highway listening to church music.
Right.
I'm listening to whatever's on the radio, man.
Right.
People don't really understand this. And I tell religious people this, and I'm going to get back to you, but I want the religious people to think about this. Try making love to your wife tonight with Lee Williams. Just see how that's going to work out. You go ahead
Right.
on it, because people don't have a balance, man.
They don't.
Pastoring is what you do, but that's
Right.
not who you are. So picture your old lady saying, "Hey, man, Terrell, baby, not Pastor Anderson, not
Yeah.
Ghost Man,
Right.
Terrell, baby,
Right.
come on to bed." And you like,
Yeah.
okay, man, let me put my robe on and get my Bible, and I'm gonna come on the bed. You know what I'm saying? And what you say, baby, rub your back? Well, let me pray for your back first. Let me lay hands on you first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So did she marry Terrell or did she marry Pastor Anderson?
Exactly.
And people don't
Exactly.
understand the balance, man. And
They
so I'm
don't.
not gonna hold you up because I know you're busy. But look, man, I wanna get you back on, man. Let's talk about when you get the TV show, man, up and going. This is a great platform, and Ghost and I are gonna do some things together. The newspaper, man. This is an opportunity for you guys to get in the news, reach out to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Now I can't put you on TV, but he can. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So, and once he gets you on the TV, we can set up an interview and we can put you on the news so people can get to see your talent and get to
That's
see,
right.
exactly what you are. So, man, I appreciate you, man, taking time out of your busy schedule, man, just to let old country boy like me interview you, man. I tell you this, there's something else that Ghost is coming up with. I'm not gonna let the cat out the bag, but I'm gonna say this: politics is coming, and that's all I'm
Yeah.
gonna say. So
Yeah.
you guys stay geared up, man. I promise you, I'm gonna be the first one to release this thing, man. When he
Yeah.
gets the
Yeah.
green light of what his next political move, this one is gonna shock y'all. You think the gas
Yeah.
shock, the TV shock you, you think the prank shock you. Y'all gonna think this is a prank when he's going down, but it ain't gonna be no prank. It's gonna be
It's gonna be
serious.
real.
It's gonna be
Yes.
so. South Carolina, watch out, man. I'm gonna give you the platform. Let you close us out, Ghost, man, in any way you want, man. So you can close out with whatever you want to tell the viewers.
And I want to thank you, Mr. Mutri, and all the viewers and supporters of Ghost The Repo, man. I want to tilt my hat, tell you thank you for all the love, the support. Y'all been riding with me for about 9 months now, and the laughter is endless. The support is endless. So not only do I support you, but I appreciate you for supporting me. On all levels of platforms. So the best is yet to come. A lot of great things are coming. Thanksgiving is coming up this week. Hope everyone have a happy holiday. I'm gonna be in the street somewhere, blessing somebody with a gas giveaway in the next day or so. Buying grocery for Thanksgiving. So just keep your ears open. You know, you'll see me. If you don't see me, keep your eyes open. I'll probably end up right in front of you. So just keep on going, keep on pushing. We're doing the same. Thank you, Fab News, for showcasing what Ghost The Repo Man is doing. I appreciate that.
So as you see, man, it's on the screen here. This is not the gas. This is not actually homecoming because homecoming is gone. I'm a little late, but listen, man. These are some things that Ghost is doing. I mean, he pull up on the set, man, and just give away some gas. And so, like I say, give away gas at the homecoming, giving away a car. You know what I'm saying? Over here, giving away he over here giving away some money,
Yeah,
giving away some gas, the
yeah,
radio show. So, he is there, man. He's just all around doing ministry in his own way. And so this is what I'll say, man. Don't hate, congratulate. And sometimes
yeah.
we got a partner, man. And so I tell people all the time, don't tell me what I'm not doing. Tell me what your pastor is doing. And when
Right.
you come
Yeah.
to me and tell me what your pastor is doing, then I'll have a conversation about what I'm doing.
Right.
Until then, I don't want to hear it because I found most people who have the most to say are people who are really, really not doing anything. They
Right.
just on their behind, not doing anything whatsoever. They just there. And so if you're not going to do something about it, then shut up. And
Right.
yes, I said it. I'm rude because guess what? You're rude. You're rude
Right.
when you spread lies and rumors and gossip about us. Because listen, I know Ghost and get frustrated because I'm out in these streets all the time, man, giving away. Whether I'm giving away food, whether I'm giving away gas, we're giving away something. And most of the time, man, people get on your nerve because they will always talk about something, or they'll find something about your past, or they'll find something. I hear people say this, hey man, he was to prison. Yes, I was. I went
Hmm.
to prison.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with anything today? Your
Nothing at all.
pastor, listen, your pastor never went to prison, but he still ain't doing nothing for you.
Right.
Even though I went to prison and I got in trouble with the law for selling drugs, shooting pistols, doing the wrong thing. But listen, I'm on the other side of the law now. And
Right.
because I'm on the other side of the law, I'm doing everything that I know to do right and never do wrong. But guess what? I'm the bad guy. You're the
Right.
bad guy, Ghost. Just
Yep.
something simple. You
Hmm.
go in a car and somebody want to find a loophole to say something crazy. But the next time, I want to say this and I'm going to go. The next time you decide to talk about one of these preachers who are doing something in the community, who are giving
Hmm.
away gas, giving away food, giving away anything, make sure your pastor is blessing somebody other than himself.
There you go.
That's
There
what you
you
do.
go.
Just
Yeah.
make sure that he is blessing somebody other than himself. I'm not hating
Yeah.
on those pastors, but let's talk about it. The
Yeah.
Bible talks about two type of pastors.
Hmm.
He talks about Jeremiah talks about the one who's after God's heart, that loves everybody, who's giving, and then he
Hmm.
talks about the one he called a harlot, who's just hired to get the house, the cars, and everything he can get out of you. And people don't even
Hmm.
realize, man, they're so silly, Ghosts, until they let the pastor live in the big house and they stuck in the project. They
Yeah.
let the pastor drive the Bentleys and the Maybachs and
Yep.
everything, and they're catching the bus. And they'll
Right.
give their last. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Hmm.
They'll give their last. I have a problem. And then let me say this to you. It's Monday morning, and I'm not like most pastors. I'm
Right.
not off. Most pastors go on Mondays. They say they got a day off. So I
Yeah.
don't understand. Man, I'm running my newspaper. You see me, I'm live. When I
Yeah.
finish this, I got a few interviews, man. And so when you see me, let me get this straight. When you see me in my Maybach, I work for it. Nobody
Yeah.
give me a Maybach. When you
Right.
see me in my 550, I work for it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
We out here grinding, man, and we trying to give away something. And I hear
Mm-hmm.
so many negative things. I even goes, I'm gonna say this before you go. I went home in my hometown, man, to start a church, man, because the crime rate is so high with the young people in the community, man. I
Yeah.
created a platform for the young people. And people don't even understand the sacrifice that I had to make just to get back to Georgetown. First of
Right.
all, my church that I pastor in the morning time is 1 hour away north in the North
Mm-hmm.
Carolina. So I
Right.
drive to North Carolina, which is an hour away, and then from North Carolina, I turn around and drive the hour back to my house. And then I turn around and drive another hour and a half to Georgetown just to
Right.
be able to do ministry in Georgetown with the young people. And here's
Yeah.
the deal.
Yeah.
I pay the light bill, I pay the rent, I pay the musicians, and here's the key. I don't get paid a salary.
Yeah.
So I'm paying all of this out of my pocket, but I hear negative things, man, in the community. People say, hey, man, he sold drugs. He did
Yeah.
this, he did that. Well, what about your pastor?
Exactly.
Who ain't sold nothing and ain't doing nothing for you but taking your money?
Right. That's
You ain't
it.
concerned about your young child. This is my home, Georgetown's home. So I'm concerned about these young people who are killing themselves. I'm concerned
Exactly.
about these young people who are getting a lot of time in jail for stupid, senseless crime. I wish I had
Mm-hmm.
a pastor who cared about me when I was out there in the streets.
There
But
you
I had
go.
nobody cared about me other than my Uncle Sam, who was across the street, my aunt, who was across the street, and they were older people. And they were just older holiness people, man. And I didn't even want to go to church with them because they stayed in church all day long. I'm talking
Right.
about like from 9 in the morning, man, to like 7. They in the church and they church. You know what I'm saying? So nobody really told me, man. The wages of sin is death, and the gift of God is eternal life. When I was on the
Right.
block selling crack, the church people came to get the money for homecoming. They came to
Right.
get the money for the church anniversary, but they never invited me to church. So
Exactly.
I never knew. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So
Oh
I
yeah.
just want to encourage you, man, to say, man, keep doing what you're doing, man. I know it gets hard out here because it gets frustrating sometimes for me. Just keeping it
Yeah.
real. It get frustrated for me because I don't fall in with the good old boy system. I'm
Right.
concerned about the people who are unchurched, and I love
Mm-hmm.
who are unchurched. And so I do ministry on a level, man, where I do ministry on a level, man, where it's outside of the box. I'm a consecrated
Right.
bishop and I don't wear suits. I wear
Right.
jeans and t-shirt all the time. So that's
Right.
abnormal. But the young people can relate to that. I
Right.
preach sermons, man, that's outside of the box. From whatever their slang is. I create a sermon from whatever their slang is, man. But
Right.
again, man, thank you, man, Ghost, man, for jumping on with me this morning, man. I appreciate
Yes.
what you do, man. And if nobody else don't tell you, man, thanks for creating this platform for these
Yes.
people,
Yes.
man, who are hidden secret that's probably never gonna get an opportunity to open up in the camera. And so
Right.
those who are viewing, man, this is Ghost the Repo Man, the
Yeah.
man who give away gas, the man who prank people, the man he wears so many hats.
Yes.
These two platforms for you, Ghost, Fab News. We here for you, man. Love you guys, man. Y'all take care, man. And keep
Yes.
up, man. And till the next time.
Yes.